So I put out a post yesterday on the YouTube community, Twitter, Facebook, and I got this response from Michael Harris. He says, it's about time to our return of the show. He says, it's BS that Chat Sports wouldn't say why Yoder wasn't doing videos. A lot of speculation out there. Note, the date here is June 20th. 60 days ago, April 20th, holiday 420. Some speculation that maybe tested positive for some of Puff the Magic Dragon. Not confirming nor denying rumors, but Jack, I'll tell you what, the folks at Chat Sports have a lot of explaining to do why we haven't put out a video in 2 months. But for those of you guys that know the show The Wire, as Stringer Bell says, folks, we back up. I want you to put the word out there that we back up. You understand me? We back up. Folks, the Michigan Football Report is presented by Manscaped. Get over to manscaped.com. Use promo code GOBLUE, 20% off and free shipping. My entire bathroom is filled with Manscaped products. I absolutely love them. Before we dive into today's show, here's the question for you guys. We've got, last year Chat Sports had 16 weekly watch parties for NFL shows. So I had about 13, 14 we did here in the office. We also had Micro Mike up in Detroit doing a Lions watch party, and we did an NFL Sunday Red Zone watch party as well. So what is a watch party? It's kind of basically like we've got the score here. I'm watching the game, and I'm basically doing play-by-play, instant reaction, taking your questions, reading comments, and just watching the game with you. A lot of people watch the game on their TV, have the watch party on their iPhone, or vice versa. So Jack and I consider doing that this year, so let me know if we did a watch party, meaning I'd be on camera with the scoreboard, then we'd rotate in stats and statistical leaders and stuff like that, drive charts, all that good stuff. If we did that, would you watch? Let us know yes or no, and maybe just give us reasons why or why not. We're thinking about doing one for week one and then seeing how it goes and seeing where things take us from there. But let me know if you have any interest in watching the game virtually with us here at the Michigan Football Report. We've got a lot to talk about, all diving into recruiting right now. Why are we back today here? It feels like football season. I kind of feel, isn't tomorrow or today the first actual technical day of summer, Jack? I can't remember what the actual summer solstice day. It's sometime around June 20th, 21st, 22nd, sometime in there. But I woke up yesterday and said, it feels like football season. Let's get back into the show. So I'm excited, man. I feel like there was a lot to talk about around this team, around recruiting, and once we get in July, I think that the rumors start swirling. We start feeling kind of what Michigan has in store for what should be an epic football season. Before we dive into the latest recruiting news and rumors, I want to tell you guys, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, Chat Sports will have the NBA Draft live here on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Join us 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to go live a couple hours before the draft starts. We have every pick before it happens on television, so kind of stick with us there and have all the draft instant reactions afterwards. Will Kobe Buffkin, will Jet Howard, 2 Michigan stars, go in the top 10, top 15 picks? Link is down in the comments, in the description. It's youtube.com/@chatsports. Let's take a look at the top players in Michigan's 2024 recruiting class as of right now here on Tuesday, June 20th. Jadyn Davis, he's fallen a little bit. On 3, haters and losers have kind of dropped him outside of their top 100. So, even though that every other recruiting service, basically, including the JY365, has him as a 6-star, every other service has him as a 5-star, except for On 3, really. So he has dropped out of consensus 5-star rating. He's the number 35 player in the country right now. Brady Prieskorn, the tight end, Jordan Marshall, the running back out of the state of Ohio, Andrew Sprague, and Blake Frazier at the offensive line are your top 5 recruits. But one reason I started there is I'm going to jump in later in the show to the top 4 players that we've identified most likely to commit to Michigan next, or just in general, 4 guys who the tea leaves are trending that direction and who have visited Michigan recently, are putting out the good vibes to the staff and such. All right. Jadyn Davis was out at the Elite 11 finals this past weekend. A lot of haters out there saying he wasn't even a top 10, top 15 quarterback at that event, but did end up number 6 in the final Elite 11 rankings. Julian Sayin heading to Alabama. Seems like they never, stop reloading at quarterback. Dylan Raiola, former Ohio State commit, now with Georgia. Noland, the Ohio State heir apparent who took over Raiola's spot in that class. Luke, whatever his last name is. But how about that one? CJ Carr, number 5 in the final rankings, and Jadyn Davis came in at number 6 in the Elite 11 final. Question for you guys: will Jadyn Davis finish as a 5-star quarterback in this 2024 class? I think he will. I think when all is said and done, he has a senior year and things shake out, that Jadyn Davis will end up being a consensus, maybe unanimous, I should say, 5-star quarterback. He'll probably shake out about number 25 to 28, 29 in the country. I think yes. Let me know down in the comments why for yes or N for no. The Michigan Football Report is presented by Manscaped. I have a question. What's more American than a bald eagle? The 4th of July, folks, it's almost here, and today's sponsor, Manscaped, wants to make sure you're groomed for battle on America's birthday. From sea to shining sea, join over 8 million pube patriots worldwide who trust Manscaped with his exclusive offer for you, 20% off and free worldwide shipping with our code GOBLUE, no spaces, at manscaped.com. Talk about the American dream. Listen up, guys. This isn't any BS from me to you. I'm telling you, I absolutely love Manscaped products. My bathroom is filled with Manscaped products. It is a shrine to Manscaped products. I use the Lawnmower 4.0 below the belt, the Beard Hedger. This is their latest product I love. I'll show you up here in a second. The Beard Hedger to trim up my face. You see I've got a nice little beard going on. The Weed Whacker 2.0. I'm getting up there in years, guys. I've got nose hairs. The Weed Whacker 2.0 gets rid of my nose hairs. The Crop Shaver trims my sensitive areas below the belt. And my shower has the Ultra Premium 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner and the Ultra Premium body wash. I love Manscaped, and I give the products my 100% endorsement. Use promo code GOBLUE, get 20% off and free shipping. Link is down in the comments and the descriptions. This is the latest one, the Beard Hedger. If you want, look at this. I went from a scraggly beard to a perfectly manicured facial existence in a matter of moments using the Beard Hedger last night. Manscaped.com. Promo code GOBLUE, 20% off and free shipping. Let's take a look at the rest of the Elite 11 finals rankings, the top 11 quarterbacks in high school football. Rising seniors who will enter their senior season less than 2 months, about 7-8 weeks now. From now, most high schools will get started about the second Friday in August. Will Hammond heading to Texas Tech. Ethan Grunkemeyer, what a name there, heading to Penn State. We'll have to hear that name in the future, I'm sure. Colin Hurley, LSU. DJ Lagway going to Florida. And then Daniel Kaelin headed to Nebraska. Matt Rhule gets his first big-time quarterback commit. But that is the Elite 11. You see what Jadyn Davis is, number 6. I think a good showing from him, but it's not 5-star status. So that's maybe the concern of some people, especially when C.J. Carr, Lloyd Carr's grandson, finishes 1 spot ahead of him. But Michigan's a recruiting class. Before we take a look at my top 4 next commitments, here are the folks, the rest of the rankings for who has committed so far. Hogan Hansen, tight end, number 196 in the country. Jacob Oden, out of the state of Michigan, number 202 at safety. Mason Curtis, 220 overall in the country. Jared Smith, the number 230 player at the defensive line. And then Imarian Stewart, out of Chicago, just committed in the last week. He is number 317 overall player. I think it was Saturday he committed, actually, at the OT7 finals. Did it live on YouTube for a competitor of ours, and then FaceTime with Jim Harbaugh. I always love to see the coaches FaceTiming in when a guy makes a live commitment. Luke Hamilton is the offensive line. He's been a heck of a recruiter. He's been one of these players that's been recruiting other players. Really, all these offensive line commits, Michigan has 5 of them, have done well recruiting other players. Ted Hammond, he is number 389 overall in the 24/7 composite 2024 rankings. Owen Waffle, what a last name, out of Princeton, New Jersey, defensive line. He is the last 4-star in Michigan's recruiting class. Then he dropped down to the 3-star. Out of St. Ed's in Ohio, in Cleveland, Ohio, Ben Roebuck, 2 of his high school teammates on that offensive line actually going to Ohio State. He comes in at number 468. Jake Guarnera, I'm not even going to try and pronounce him. We'll go through the rest of the class here in one moment, but did want to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. We have got, we're coming up, what, Jack? Almost 27,000 almost subscribers here on the channel. I need 300 or 400 more to get there. But starting August 15th, we're going to have daily videos leading into the season, 2.5 weeks prior to the season, all the way through signing day in February. So nearly 6 months of daily Michigan football videos. But we'll be putting out about 3 or 4 between now and August 15th over the next 7 weeks. So subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/MichiganTV anytime, but hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video from us. As we were saying there, offensive line, Jake Guarnera, number 476. He's kind of diving into the 3 stars for Michigan. Devin Baxter, just committed to Michigan, number 505. Channing Goodwin, Jadyn Davis' high school teammate out of Charlotte, number 518. Cole Sullivan, the linebacker, number 551 in the country. Kind of round out the class here, you've got Jaden Smith, Listed as an athlete. I don't know if I have a great read on where he's going to play just yet. 6'3", 201. Could he play wide receiver? Sometimes guys like that go to outside linebacker, defensive edge. We'll see where things shake out for him. Manuel Beagle out of Connecticut, defensive lineman, 6'4", 282. But how about this guy, Michael Capana? Pretty dang good film. If you go watch it, look at his film. He's out of Las Vegas, Bishop Gorman High School, one of the best high school football programs on the West Coast. He just committed in the past few days. He's poorly ranked, right? 730 in the country, mid-level 3-star, but I am pretty excited about him, especially being Michigan's second running back in this class. And then Zach Ludwig, unranked across pretty much every service. Michigan's really only his only offer. I'm wondering if he ultimately ends up being a walk-on in this class, but as of now, he is a committed player, ideally for him, a scholarship player, but we'll see if that's actually how things shake out. One concern that I have with this recruiting class is the defensive recruiting. As of now, no players in the top 200 in the country on the defensive side of the ball. If you look at the commit list, right, we just went through it. Jadyn Davis, you got Brady Prieskorn, however you pronounce it, Jordan Marshall, Andrew Sprague, Blake Frazier, Hogan Hansen. Those are your top 6 guys. Those are all offensive guys. You got to go to number 202 in the country, Jacob Oden out of Harper Woods at safety as your top defensive recruit. Now, there's plenty of guys out there, a few we'll talk about here in a second, that are potential in that top 200, even inside that top 100 that Michigan could land. But it's a pretty top-heavy offensive talent class as of now. So a little bit of a concern, but one thing we know about Jim Harbaugh teams is the defense always comes through, outside of Don Brown defenses against Ohio State. Whereas Michigan shake out in the top 24 classes in America as we stand now, still 6 months away from signing day. Georgia's number 1 class in the country with 19 commits. Michigan solidly at number 2. Florida has had a nice run of commitments lately, including stealing a player from Michigan, stealing a player that most Michigan fans, Aaron Childs out of Olney, Maryland, out of the Baltimore area, thought was going to be a Michigan commit for sure. Top 100 linebacker. He committed to Florida a couple days ago. Not sure why. Ohio State, Notre Dame, LSU, Penn State, Oregon. How about Stanford there, the top 10 class right now? A lot of commits, but the same amount as Michigan right there. And then USC's been on a little bit of run in the last month. They've only got 12 commits, very high-level kids, and lead for Tyler Tatum, the running back out of Texas, that a lot of Michigan fans thought could be a nice compliment to Jordan Marshall. He looks like he's going to trend to USC with 12 commits. They are number 10, and if they get a couple of other high-level guys, they will rocket up into the top 5 or 6, maybe 2 or 3 more commitments. Where do you guys think Michigan's class will finish? Let's say December for now. I know things can change from December to February, but as of right now, where do you think Michigan's class will finish in the rankings in the top 2, 4, 7 composite? I'm going to go number 4 because they don't have a ton of room left. They're going to maybe take 4, 5, 6 more players. And I'm just not sure if they're going to get as many top 50, top 75 players as it's going to need to hold off Florida or Ohio State. Or hell, where's Alabama at? Right now, they're ranked number 22 with only 8 commitments. I'm guessing Alabama, when they kind of turn things up, will rocket right up there inside the top 3 or 4. So I'm going to go Michigan's going to be ranked number 4 at the end of the recruiting cycle in December sign day. But you guys let me know. Comment down below. My most likely commitments for Michigan in the coming days and weeks. Jordan Shipp, 4-star wide receiver out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Also, Jadyn Davis, same high school as him. He is, a player who has been to Michigan 5 or 6 times since last summer. And he even made a visit when his 2 high school teammates, committed or did their official visit. Jadyn Davis, and then, of course, who am I missing? The other wide receiver, who am I missing? Channing Goodwin. Yeah, sorry about that. Made their official visit. So Jordan Shipp, I think he is going to commit to Michigan. I wouldn't be surprised if it is in the next 2 weeks. Now, from there, how about this guy, Elias Rudolph, edge. He is going to commit on July 3rd. Jack sent me this message last night. I said, James, we should go live for this commitment. I'm like, okay, well, if I feel like he's training to Michigan, he's announcing July 3rd, Elias Rudolph. Is it going to be Michigan? Is it going to be Miami? Is it Pitt? I'll tell you who it's not going to be. It's not going to be Ohio State, Jack. We have that tweet from him. Check out the tweet he put out just yesterday afternoon. I'll announce that I will be committing on July 3rd at Taft High School at 5:30, and I will not be going to his official visit to Ohio State this weekend. He's from Deerfield Beach, Florida. Always great for Michigan to get high-end players out of the state of Florida. As of now, he is number 255 in the country and the number 38 player in the state of Florida, but 255 overall. Solid 4-star player, 6'4", 205. Could use a little meat in the bones there, but heck of an athlete. Go watch some of his film if you get the chance. How about Jeremiah Beasley from the state of Michigan? Big-time guy on the edge, linebacker. Maybe he shifts down to defensive line at some point, but he is a player that I think is going to be an impact player at Michigan. I think he'll be a day one contributor, day two, a day one contributor, year two starter. Bellevue, Michigan. And if you guys know, they have the number one player in the 2025 class, the little quarterback that we've talked about a bunch on the show. So good to get him from a talent perspective. Also, put the word in the ear of his teammate Bryce Underwood, the quarterback, number one player in 2025, to join the Michigan Wolverines a year from now. Lastly, we've got Dominic Nichols as my most likely player to commit. Edge player out of Maryland. He's number 432 player overall in the 24/7 Sports Composite. 4-star, right on the edge of 4 and a 3-star. So you've got a defensive focus there at the edge with Rudolph, Beasley, and Nichols, with Jordan Shipp, I think, being the most likely guy who can commit attack. It could even be in the next few days for Jordan Shipp. Really, look at the 2025 class. Those three guys in North Carolina, you've got Shipp, and of course you've got Channing Goodwin and Jadyn Davis. Their high school teammate, who is going to be a junior next year, is one of the top 3 or 4 players, offensive linemen in the entire country, 5-star next year. So if those 3 guys end up at Michigan, hell, maybe they can get their 5-star offensive lineman player in the 2025 class. Transition to players, I'm not sure if Michigan really has a true lead on or an edge to get, but can Michigan land Aaron Scott? There are 2 players in the state of Ohio left that are top 100 players, cornerback, that Ohio State thinks they lead for, that Michigan has put on the pedal to the metal trying to recruit, and that's Aaron Scott. Visited this past weekend, but now he's going to head to Ohio State with fellow 4-star Ohio cornerback Bryce West, who's Michigan's been recruiting like crazy as well. West is out of Glenville High School. Aaron Scott out of Springfield, about 30, 45 minutes or so west of Columbus. Michigan's going to put the pedal to the metal on those guys. If they can land Scott or West, this class has a chance to be top 2, top number 1 potentially when all things are said and done. Because I think if you land one of those guys, your chance to land the other one goes through the roof. So we'll see what happens. Both guys heading to Ohio State this weekend. If neither of them commits, maybe Michigan can still still has a chance landing one or both of these players. They got Jordan Marshall out of the state of Ohio. They got several other players in this class out of the state of Ohio. If you can get one of the top 2 cornerbacks in the state, or hell, even both, that's a recruiting bonanza as far as I am concerned. One more time, though, I want to ask you guys, should we do watch parties? I'm on camera, Jack's on camera. During the game, scoreboard, stats, questions. Let me know if you guys think we should do Michigan football watch parties this season. We're going to leave it up to the crowd. See if you guys think that's something that you'd be interested in watching with me. I will have another video out on Wednesday, so make sure you guys join us and subscribe to the channel. Till then, go Blue.